Hey everybody, welcome to the Rocky Top Sports Report. My name is Caroline Mueller.
And I'm Brandon Goggins, bringing you up to date on all things sports here on Rocky Top. Let's get started, Caroline.
Let's do it. No one can deny this college football season has been historic, especially here on Rocky Top. The Vols have defied all previous reputations, and this is a whole new team, and certainly a force to be reckoned with. To start, let's recap the Kentucky game this past weekend. Coach Heupel's innovative offense, led by number one Heisman contender Hendon Hooker, has definitely contributed to Tennessee's undefeated season. But this past weekend against the Wildcats, the defense showed out. The Vols only gave up 6 points against the Cats, absolutely blowing them out with a final score of 44-6 Vols. Kentucky's quarterback Will Levis is contender to be the number one draft pick, but he left Neyland Stadium with 3 turnovers. 2 of these turnovers were thanks to Danico Slaughter, who had a massive hit on receiver, causing the ball to pop into the air and be intercepted by Jawan Mitchell, who returned it across the 50-yard line early in the second quarter. Slaughter had another interception in the third quarter, and sandwiched between his 2 forced turnovers was an interception by Brandon Turnage. Tennessee's defense held Kentucky to 98 passing yards and 205 total yards. Now let's talk Tennessee-Georgia. This weekend's matchup is one of the biggest games of the season, and there's a lot of pressure on Tennessee to beat Georgia this weekend, especially after being ranked number one in the country this past Tuesday in the college football playoff rankings. This is huge for the Vols, and if they come out on top over the Dogs, then they will certainly be national championship contenders. This will be Tennessee's 3rd college game day appearance this season and their biggest road game thus far. While Georgia is favored by 8 points, ESPN spoke to a total of 15 head coaches, assistants, NFL scouts, and staffers, and a majority of them picked Tennessee to win. Georgia's schedule has been pretty easy compared to the Vols this season, with Georgia only having 1 AP Top 25 win and barely escaping Mizzou. Tennessee definitely has a chance. The heat from Tennessee athletics this year does not stop at football. This Monday is the season opener for college basketball, and the Vols are looking good going into their first regular season game against Tennessee Tech. In an expedition against number 2 ranked in basketball powerhouse Gonzaga, Tennessee won by 19 points with a final score of 99-80. This impressive win was also done without star forward Josiah Jordan-James after their earlier than expected elimination in the NCAA Tournament Sweet 16 last year. This team is hungry for more. Although we lost Kennedy Chandler to the Grizzlies in the NBA draft, this year's team has experience and a number of veterans coming back, including Santiago Vescovi, Josiah Jordan-James, Zakai Ziegler, Olive Kamawa, Uros Plazvic, and Jonas Adu. There are also a number of new players coming in, such as 5-star freshman Julian Phillips, 4-star freshman BJ Edwards and DJ Jefferson, and 3-star Toby Awake. Another new player who is going to play a key role for the Vols this year is Indiana State transfer Tyreek Key. He took no time at all to adjust to his new colors and put up 26 points in the expedition against the Zags.
All right, it's time for Double Takes, where we ask 3 questions and give our takes. First question, who you got this weekend, Tennessee or Georgia?
I've got to go with Tennessee. This team has been an absolute powerhouse this season and just seems to play better and better each game. I don't see it being any different this weekend. The Vols have also proved to travel in packs, and I think we'll be seeing a lot of orange down in Athens this weekend, which will definitely help our Vols secure a win, making them go 9-0 and proving that they deserve that number 1 spot.
I agree with you, Caroline. I'm going to go with Tennessee as well. The Vols have shown all season why they are deserving of that number 1 spot, and the win over Georgia would definitely solidify that. As long as our offense continues to run the show and the defense comes to play like they did against Kentucky, we should be able to get the win down in Athens. Next, should Commanders owner Dan Snyder sell the team?
As a Commanders fan myself, yes, yes, yes. I think a majority of fans have wanted Snyder to sell the team for years, and finally it seems like he's taking the steps to do so. So I hope that's something that happens soon, but you really never know with him.
I also agree with you on this one. I feel like there's been enough controversy stirring around for more than enough time, so I agree that it's about time that Snyder sells the team. Now that we're in the thick of the World Series with the Astros and the Phillies tied 2-2, who takes home the title of the world champions?
This is a tough call, but ultimately I'm going to have to go with the Phillies. Bryce Harper's elite batting can carry them all the way. You know what they say, superstars come out to shine on the brightest stage. Schwarber and Hoskins are also due as well. They'll bounce back from the no-hitter in Game 4 Philly had their way versus Vanderler in Game 1, and he still has yet to win a World Series game as a starting pitcher.
Like you said, it's going to be a tough call, but I also picked the Phillies to win it all. Bryce Harper has been spectacular his whole career, but hasn't gotten a World Series title to show for it. This year, I believe that's going to change. And he will have one more thing to add to his resume, that being the World Series title.
Time for Quick Picks, where we give you a lock and an upset for the SEC and NFL. Brandon, let's get started.
For my SEC lock, I'm going to take South Carolina over Vanderbilt. Although South Carolina isn't the best team by any means, they at least have 2 SEC wins under their belt this season, whereas Vanderbilt has yet to get one.
For my SEC upset, I'm going to go with Mizzou over Kentucky. After Kentucky's painful loss against us this weekend and Mizzou's big win over South Carolina, I think they can easily pull this off. Missouri has been a pretty underrated team this season and has kept it close with big teams like Florida and Georgia.
For my SEC upset, I'm going to go with Auburn over Mississippi State. Auburn just fired their head coach after not even a full 2 seasons, so maybe the players will turn it around for someone that they actually enjoy playing for.
For my NFL lock, I'm taking the Bills over the Jets. The Bills have played well and had a consistent season, and the Jets just won't be able to keep up.
For my NFL lock, I'm going to go with the Eagles over the Texans. This really shouldn't be much of a surprise, but Philadelphia has been balling this season as they're the only undefeated team remaining in the league, and I don't think that streak is going to break against the 1-5-1 Texans.
For my upset, no surprise here, let's go with the Commanders over the Vikings. Washington has won 3 straight, and Minnesota hasn't been blowing out their opponents. I can see this being a super close game, and the Commanders have a chance to take it.
For my NFL upset, I'm going to take the Titans over the Chiefs. The Titans have won the last 5 games, and Derrick Henry is finding his groove, giving the Titans momentum heading into this matchup. If Ryan Tannehill comes back, I don't think it's ridiculous to think that the Titans could pull this off. All right, everyone, that'll do it for sports. My name is Brandon Goggins.
And I'm Caroline Mueller. Now to Allie for your latest entertainment updates.